Have you executed any trade this week? I've only executed just one trade, and that was on Australian dollar USD. How has it been? How has it been this week? Mr. John said it's okay. Okay, how did it go? Mr. Wee, your trade on gold, how did it go? What are you sold? How did it go? Hope you made profit on gold. All right, great. I'm happy you made some good profits here. So, good. So if there's any question, if there's any pair you want us to analyze, you want us to look at, please drop it in the comment section. If there's any pair you want us to look at together, please drop it in the comment section. If you have a question, please drop it in the comment section. Okay, let's go straight to the chart. Let's start with GBPUSD. Gold. Okay, we'll look at gold. Okay, let's start with gold. So let's start by looking at the weekly. Let's just start the time frame. Okay, so last week candle closed like a shooting star, but not a valid shooting star. So if we're to trade with just the weekly pattern, we'll have to wait for this week candle to close. If this week candle closes bearish, then you should expect more bearish move on gold next week. If this week candle closes bearish, okay. Now let's go down to daily. How did yesterday candle close? Will determine the trend for today's market. Okay, so yesterday candle closed bullish. Now after the formation of this pattern we have here, this is a bearish pattern, right? Because this bearish candlestick closed below the low of this bullish candle. Also, before the formation of this bullish candle, we had a spinning top. Can you see this? This is a spinning top indicating change in trend from bullish to bearish. And after the formation of a bullish spinning top, you're expected to wait for the next candle to close bearish before you sell, before you execute a sell trade, right? So after the close of this bearish candlestick, this is the confirmation candle. This confirms that we have sellers in the market, and that will be the right time to take the risk to sell. Okay, so this is a valid bearish reversal pattern. This three candlestick pattern is a valid bearish reversal pattern. Now, after the formation of this pattern, I'm sure, okay, a fair value gap was created, and that could be the reason for this pullback we saw in yesterday. That could be the reason for this pullback. But let's confirm that. Let's go down to lower time frame. Okay, so on lower time frame, okay, fair value gap that was created here. Can you see this fair value gap that was created on 4-hour time frame? Can you see? We had a fair value gap here. Okay, now the market closed, went above. See, price went above the fair value gap. You can see. Now it means there's still a fair value gap on the lower time frame. Okay, so let's go down to lower time frame, 1 hour, 15 minutes. I'm sure that's the reason price broke out from the 4-hour fair value gap. So you can see on one, this is 1 hour, okay? You can see on 1 hour, we had a fair value gap here. You can see on 1 hour, we had a fair value gap here. Okay, now let's still go down to 15 minutes. Let's see 15 minutes. On 15 minutes, the fair value gap that was created there got filled at this point. Okay, so we work with the 1 hour fair value gap. You can see the 1 hour fair value gap. Okay, it has been filled, and you can see right now the market is trading below that fair value gap. This 1 hour fair value gap. Can you see that the market is trading below that value gap? So my bias on gold is bearish. That's my take on gold. My bias on gold for today's market is bearish. Let's go back to 4 hour. also, if we apply our Fibonacci on the 4-hour time frame, this will be our swing high. This is the most recent swing high, and this is the most recent swing low. If we apply our Fibonacci tool, you would agree with me that price has tested the premium area. You can see at this point. And when price, after testing the premium area, what happened? You can see there was a strong pullback from that area. So right now, gold is bullish. But if you look at how the previous 4-hour candle closed, it closed as an hammer. The previous 4-hour candle, you can see it. This 4-hour candle closed as an hammer. Okay, it's closed as an hammer, so it will be risky to jump in and start selling. So what do? Wait for a breakout from the support. The support was created on, I think, on 1 hour. You can see the support that was created on 1 hour. Before you sell gold, I would suggest to wait for price to break the support that was created, okay, on 1 hour time frame. Okay, this will be my entry for gold. Are you with me? Can you hear me? Are you with me? So that's my take on gold. If you go by the pattern we have on 4-hour and 1 hour now, gold is bullish. This is a bullish pattern. On 4-hour, we had an hammer, and on 1 hour, this is a spiraling bottom. You can see that. So gold is bullish at the moment, going by the pattern on 4-hour and 1 hour time. So if you want to sell, patiently wait for price to break this support that was created 1 hour before you sell. That is my take on gold. I hope it's clear. I hope that is clear. Which other pair do you want us to look at? GBPJPY, okay? That's my take on gold. My bias for gold this week is bearish, okay? Okay, let's look at GBPJPY. Let's start with the daily time frame. At this point, I think GJ is still bullish, okay? You can see what we have here. This is a bullish reversal pattern. Let's go down to 4 hour. You see it more clearly on 4 hour. You see the pattern. You can see the pattern we have. Hammer, right? This is an hammer. And also after the close of the 4 hour, the daily candle, that price closed above this resistance that was created here, this resistance level. And also we had a resistance level at this point. We had a resistance level at this point. Can you see this? You can see the market closed above that resistance level. Now, after the formation of this hammer, you can see a fair value gap was created at this point. The fair value gap that was created. This is 4 hour. Let's go down to 1 hour. The fair value gap was created after the formation of this hammer. So can you see the fair value gap that was created on 1 hour time frame? And that could be the reason for the pullback. And see, immediately that gap got filled. You can see what happened. And you see this gap on 1 hour that was created after the formation of that hammer on 4 hour. You can see. So yesterday, this gap got filled. Yeah, this was yesterday market. You can see this gap got filled, and we had a bullish reversal pattern formed inside that gap. Right? This is hammer, a bullish hammer formed inside the gap. So this would have been a good price to buy GJ. Okay. This would have been a good price to buy GJ. Okay. So now on 4 hour, okay, on 1 hour, you can see the fair value gap was created here this morning. Can you see this fair value gap that was created on 1 hour time frame this morning? So if you want to buy GJ, my take on GJ is bullish. Okay, wait for price to fill this gap that was created this morning. Okay, wait for price to fill this gap before you go bullish on GJ. GJ is likely going to create a new high. Okay, this is a low high. Now it has created a higher low. Can you see this? This low respected this previous low. So this is an higher low. This is an high, right? Low, high. So GJ is likely going to create a new high. So if you are buying GJ from this point, your first pick should be this high. You can use this as your first take profit. Are you with me? Are you with me? Any questions so far? Please drop it in the comment section. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. So that's my take on GJ. Okay, GJ is likely going to come fill this fair value gap. This fair value gap. It's likely going to come fill this fair value gap. Can you see this gap here? It has not filled this gap. It is likely going to come fill this gap. Okay, so that's my take on GJ. Once price fills this gap and the bullish reversal pattern forms inside that gap, that will be the right time to buy GJ. I would have said go in and buy now, but if you calculate the risk, you buy from this point, from this price, your stop loss will be at this level, which is about 115 pips. 115 pips, and if you are buying from the current market price, the risk 115, the reward is 180 something pips. Yeah, the risk reward is still very okay. Okay, it's still very okay. But if you wait for price to pull back and fill this gap, let's assume the next candle closes above this high, okay, and you decide to buy from there, you are setting your stop loss here, which is 77 pips. That I think is better. 77 pips is okay for GJ. 77 pips and your TP is at this level. That's about 1 to 3 reward. 1:3, yeah, reward, which is very okay. Very okay. So I would suggest you wait for price to pull back, fill this gap before you go bullish on GJ. I hope that is clear. So that's my take on GJ. I hope that is clear. So let's look at GU. Okay. GU, my bias this week is bearish. Okay, my bias this week on GU is bearish, but there's a danger zone here, which I think they will come for this zone. You can see equal highs. And liquidity resides at equal highs. You can see this equal high. This is a trap. This is a trap. This is a trap. So there is a high probability they will come for the stop losses inside it. A lot of retail traders are selling GU. Yeah, a lot of retail traders are selling GU, and their stop losses will be at this previous high of above this previous high. If they don't aim for it today, before NFP or after NFP is released, they will aim for this level. There is a high probability. The high probability they will come for the stop this level. Before going bearish, and bias still remains bearish. So you can look for a buy opportunity on GU today. As you can see, the market is currently sitting on a, can you see this resistance on support? Okay, market is currently sitting on support level. And after the close of yesterday candle, let's see the pattern we had on our let's pattern that comes on 4 hours. So if you're able to identify a pattern on 4 hour time frame, then you should be considering going bullish on GJ today. If the last 4 hour candle was bullish, or let's say faster pattern, then you should consider going bullish. So you can see the last candle for yesterday market is, let's say this is a doji, right? You can see this was a doji, it was the last candle, this is the price setup. You see, we are buying GU, this equal highs. Okay, so let's assume we take a buy from the current market price. Buy GU from this point, a 50 pips, 54 pips. Okay, and TP, risk reward is worth it. This is 138 pips. That's like 1:2 point something risk reward. Good sense. Okay. Let's see. There's a fair value gap that was created on 1 hour or 15 minutes time frame. Okay, let's see. The fair value was created. We should patiently wait for price to fill that fair value gap before we go bullish. Now, at this point, after the close of yesterday market, you can see we had a fair value gap here. You see this fair value gap that was created yesterday. This fair value gap, price had filled that gap, right? Price had filled that gap. Can you see that? That gap got filled. Immediately the gap got filled. You can see the pattern that formed. Can you see the pattern? So this would have been a good entry for. Can you see it after the formation of this hammer? Okay, so this would have been a good entry for GU. But this morning, a new fair value gap was created, which is this. Pattern we have here is similar to what we saw on GJ, right? The pattern is similar to what we saw on GJ. You can see. So this morning, it created a fair value gap. Can you see? So you could patiently wait for price to fill this fair value gap. After the gap gets filled, wait for a bullish reversal pattern or wait for price to close above the high of this fair value gap before you go bullish. And if you are buying, like I said, your TP should be these previous highs. Okay, you can also use this as your first TP. You can see this fair value gap here. You can also use it as your first TP. Your first TP should be between 1:1.5. Okay, you are risking $1 to make 1.5. That should be your first TP. Okay, so if price drops to this level and you decide to buy from this point, let's assume you're buying from this point, your stop loss, you use 40 pips, okay, or 50 pips as your stop loss. Now, if you're risking 50 pips, if the risk is 50 pips, your what's it called? Your TP, let's see, set your TP at this level. That is 75. Yeah, 1:1.5 is 50 is one, that's 75 pips. So your first TP should be this level, your second TP should be at this. Are you with me? So that's my take on GU. I'm looking for buy opportunity on GU. Now remember, everything in trading is probability, right? We are hoping that pull back to fill this fair value gap. What price does not pull back? What if price does not pull back? A resistance has been created this morning. So you could use this zone as your supply zone. There is no guarantee that price will pull back to fill that fair value gap. So if price does not fill that fair value gap, what do? This resistance that was created, use this as your supply zone, wait for demand, okay, to exceed supply. How do you know? When a candle closes above this supply zone, it indicates that demand has exceeded supply. Are you with me? It indicates that demand has exceeded supply. And when demand exceeds supply, price is expected to go up. So you should wait for a candle, maybe 1 hour or 15-minute time frame candle to close above this high, then you can buy if price does not fill this fair value gap. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. So that's my take on GU. I'm looking for buy. So it's either price pulls back to fill this gap to buy, or price breaks out from this supply area, or you call it your resistance zone. Okay, that's when I will consider buying. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Which other pair do you want us to look at? Let me know in the comment section. Please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic, please. So that those that will be watching the replay can get a good sound. Okay, please mute your mic. Anytime you join the class, just mute your mic. Unless you have question, you can unmute yourself. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Which other pair do you want us to look at? Let me know in the comment section. Let's look at Aussie. Euro Aussie. Okay, let's start with the daily time frame. Okay, so Euro Aussie, as you can see, Euro Aussie is that price is currently sitting on a support area. You can see sitting on a support. Okay, sitting on a support, and this is, if you apply your Fibonacci from this swing low to this swing high, it's obvious that Euro Aussie is at a discount area, right? Euro Aussie is at a discount area, so we might see Euro Aussie price pull back. Okay, you might see Euro Aussie pull back, so you might look for buy opportunity on Euro Aussie today. But let's go down to lower time frame. Let's see what's happening on lower time frame, 4 hour, and the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let's see 4 hour. This is 4 hour. If you look at the structure on 4 hour, it is still bearish. The structure is still bearish. The forming series of lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low. So if this support gets broken, that is, if it closes below that support, we should expect more bearish move on Euro Aussie. Okay, we should expect more bearish move if the support gets broken. Okay, you can see support has been created here. If that support gets broken, then you should expect more bearish move on Euro Aussie because the structure is bearish. The structure is bearish on FAR and also on daily it is bearish. See, high, lower high, lower high. So it's been forming series of lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low on daily and 4 hours. So it's a bearish. Euro Aussie is in a bearish structure. Okay, it's bearish. This is bearish. Okay, so like I said, if this support gets broken, the candle closes below, you might want to look for buy. You might want to clear the liquidity that is residing at these previous lows. Okay, these lows, they've not cleared liquidity residing at this previous low. So they might want to clear liquidity residing at this previous low. So if you are considering buying, I would advise that you for price, okay, wait for them to clear all the liquidity residing at this previous low, okay, before you go bullish on Euro Aussie. Okay, before you go bullish on Euro Aussie, I would not advise that you sell Euro Aussie at the current market price, right? Price has already moved. And see, at this point, this is where it started going bearish. This is where it started going bearish. If you had missed this move at this point, you had opportunity after this pullback to join the sell. You missed the second move, you had another opportunity, which is late. This would have been a late entry. Okay, this would have been a late entry. So selling Euro Aussie at the current market price is at a very high risk. Don't look for a sell. If you want to sell, there has to be a pullback. Okay, there has to be a pullback before you sell. Are you with me? There has to be a pullback. You can't sell at the current market price. Okay, so you could apply. This is 4-hour time frame. This is the most high, and this is the most resistant low. So if you are considering buying, sorry, if you are considering selling, you could just apply your Fibonacci from this swing high. There was a shift in market structure at this point. Okay, there was a shift in market structure at this point. So this will be the most recent high. So you can just apply your Fibonacci, take from this swing high, okay, to the swing low. Wait for price to pull back to a premium area. Okay, wait for price to pull back to a premium area before you sell. You can't sell at the current market price. It's too risky. It's too risky. It's too risky. Even if price breaks the support, like I said, there's a high probability that price will keep going down if it breaks the support, but it's too risky to take the trade. Okay, it's too risky. Wait for price to pull back to a premium area before you sell. That's my take on Euro Aussie. Okay, USD/JPY. Okay, so John said we should look at USD/JPY. Okay, USD/JPY. Let's look at USD/JPY. Yes, USD/JPY. Do I have it here? Okay, let me add USD/JPY. Let me add. It's not on my list. USD/JPY. USD/JPY is positively correlated, I think, with 70 to 80% of the time they move in the same direction. So you can see the pattern we have on UJ is similar to what we saw on GJ. So let's see how yesterday candle closed. Okay, so this was what we had yesterday. Okay, so this is a bullish candle. So you can see the pattern is similar to what we just saw on GJ. It's similar. So the bullish candle, I think this was the first candle for today's markets. Are we on a day? This is daily time frame. Okay, this is daily. This was yesterday, Monday candle. Yeah, this was Monday. Monday was bullish. Tuesday was indecision. Neither buyers nor sellers had the upper hand yesterday. Then today has been bullish. Now I think after this candle, the Monday candle closed, you can see if you ever look at perspective, let's see for hour. Let's see for hour. Let's see if you ever look at 1 4 hour. Patience, please. It's updating. Just patience. Is updating. The network is slow. Just be patient, please. Let's wait for its updates. Let's wait for its updates. Patience, please. The network is poor. Let's update. This is taking time. Okay, it's updated now. Okay, so today, I think a fair value gap was created here. We had a very small fair value gap here. Can you see this? Price has attempted to fill that gap, right? Price attempted to fill the gap. Okay. So this is the fair value gap. Okay. So what I see on the pattern, the candlestick pattern on 4-hour and daily indicates that the buyers are still in control on GJ. We still have more buys than sells on GJ. There's more demand than supply. So I'm expecting more bullish move on GJ. Okay, that's my take on GJ. But let's go down to 1 hour. Let's see what we have on 1 hour. Okay. What do we have here? So I think we have a tiny fair value gap here on 1 hour. Very small fair value gap here on 1 hour. Okay, so let's go down to 15 minutes. We'll see it clearly on 15 minutes time frame. Just patiently wait for the fair value gap to get filled before you go bullish. Okay, wait for the fair value to get filled. So you can see this is the fair value gap that was created on 15 minutes. Okay, so this is where you should consider going bullish on GJ. Sorry, UJ. Wait for that gap to get filled. Okay, so that's my take on GJ. My buyer on UJ. Mr. Elvis. Yeah, a few minutes, please. Mr. Elvis, you just joined the class. Just joined the class, Mr. Elvis. Okay, so I believe you can all see my screen now. I believe you can all see my screen. Okay, so you can see right now, UJ, like I said, I'm expecting UJ to pull back to fill this fair value gap, but you can see right now it has broken out from this resistance and might not come back to fill this fair value gap. You can see it has broken out from this resistance and might not come back to fill that fair value gap. So if you want to take a trade on UJ, you're buying from the current market price, and set your stop loss using this fair value gap. This is something pips, right? So stop loss should be at this fair value gap and not this low if you are buying from the current market price, because this resistance has been broken. And if you go back here, you would see that level was a resistance at this point, also it became a support. Also, we have what here which became a resistance. So it's a key area. The market is currently trading above this. Call this your supply zone. You could call it your resistance zone. You can see the market is currently trading. It might not pull back, okay, to fill this fair value gap. So if you are comfortable with the risk, okay, you can go in and buy UJ. You can buy UJ. Your stop loss should be at this point. Let's see the reward. This is about the risk reward is very poor. Okay, very poor. It's like 1:1.5. Okay, 1:1.5. So let's see if 15 minutes candle has closed above that level. Let's see. Wait for a 15-minute candle. Okay, wait for 15 minutes candle to close before you buy, please. Wait for the current 15 minutes candle to close above this resistance before you buy. Okay, so that's my take on UJ. Any other pair you want us to look at together, please let me know. That will be all for today's session. If there are no questions. Any question? And UJ is flying. Mr. John, Mr. Eze, Mr. Amuda, do you have a question? Mr. Elvis, do you have any question? Can we call it a day? Mr. Amuda, any question? Any question? Right. No questions. Thank you all for your participation. I wish you comfortable trading day. Please remember, this week is NFP, okay? And that's the reason price has been in a range on most of the USD pairs because of NFP. Ensure you apply good risk and money management. Is very good. This is good to take on to over leverage. It's not a good. What size of every trade you execute. Always use them. I hope that is clear. For today's session. You have a wonderful day.
How are you?